In a small town surrounded by hills, there lived a boy who dreamed of becoming an engineer. Every day, he would look at the tallest mountain near his home and imagine building roads, bridges, and towers that reached higher than its peak. But there was one problem. He struggled in school. Numbers confused him. Equations felt like puzzles with missing pieces. While other students answered confidently, he stayed quiet, afraid of being wrong. Some classmates laughed. A few teachers told him, "Maybe you're just not good at this." Slowly, doubt became louder than his dream. One afternoon, after failing another math test, he walked home feeling defeated. The mountain in the distance seemed taller than ever. He sat outside his house and stared at it. "It doesn't move," he whispered. "No matter how hard the wind blows, it stays standing." That night, something changed. He realized the mountain didn't become tall in one day. It stood strong because it endured storms, heat, rain, and time. So he made a decision. Instead of saying, "I'm bad at math," he began saying, "I'm learning math." Instead of quitting, he asked questions. Instead of hiding his mistakes, he studied them. Instead of comparing himself to the smartest student, he competed with who he was yesterday. The progress was slow, very slow. There were still failed quizzes, still frustrating nights, still moments when giving up felt easier than trying again. But each small improvement was like placing one stone on top of another. Months turned into years. The boy who once feared numbers began to understand them. The student who stayed silent started explaining solutions to others. The same teachers who doubted him began to notice his determination. He didn't suddenly become the smartest. He became the most persistent. Years later, he stood at the foot of a real construction project, a bridge he helped design. As he looked at the steel beams stretching across the river, he remembered the mountain from his childhood. The mountain never moved, but he did. He moved past doubt. He moved past fear. He moved past the voice that said, "You can't." And that made all the difference. The truth is, success isn't about being naturally gifted. It's about refusing to let temporary failure define you. It's about showing up when it's hard. It's about choosing growth over comfort. Mountains don't move for anyone. But if you keep climbing, one step at a time, you'll eventually stand at the top, not because the mountain became smaller, but because you became stronger.